So alright, this should be a shorter case, which is probably good because my jaw kinda hurts from the dentist. I fucking hate the dentist. So we were doing an old flashback or something like that, you know, Blueshell Patcher. Damn it. So yeah, this is a little flashback that we're dealing with. They like doing it in this game, don't they? I know it's just a gun. But yeah, after this there should be one more case left and then the game should be over, so... I guess we'll see how this goes. But I hope you're all doing fine. Hope you're all having a good day. Actually, looks like he's in the hospital then. Oh, look at it. It's the first case of a long-time man from EFA. I see a T effect here. It doesn't look that guilty. John Prisoner. We do know someone named Hawthorne. Very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. It was a whole year before me and I ever met. Why is he in hospital though? Alright. Oh, I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm going to die. I never should have accepted this, guys. Eek! Ah, good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia. I didn't do nothing, I swear, I didn't kill nobody. I like how she's carrying his ball around. Terry Falls, my first client. Sentenced to death 5 years ago now. A prison escapee. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. So why did you escape anyway? Oh god. Eek! I'm sorry. I didn't do nothing, I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. I didn't escape from nowhere. Professor Falls, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago. Oh, sorry. I told a little lie. So he does lie. Hold on a second. Oh boy. But anyways, I didn't do it. I never killed nobody. Sorry for asking, but you're on death row, right? Oh god. Why does he go Urga? I'm really sorry. He sentenced me to die 5 years ago, but it was strict, I tell you. That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear it, I didn't kill her. I could never do that. Look at his eyes. Why would he not be in hospital? He's a liar enough. For sure. 2 days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. And about 8 hours later, a policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. No, this should only be a court case, is a smaller case here, so I guess we'll see. Police did believe that Terry Falls did it. Do we have any an autopsy report? Stepped with a knife in the back right from boulders between 4 and 5 PM. Okay, that's not a lot to go off. Profiles? Okay, that's also not much. Police believe that Terry Falls did it. After you escaped, did you meet the police woman? Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped. Tony's badge, yeah, goddammit. So that much is true. You did meet with the victim. But I didn't kill her. She was alive when I left. She was alive, it's true. I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. Huh. Now I wonder who this guy is. I recognize that chin and those earrings everywhere. You're not gonna try to figure out the truth by just staring at the guy. Why are you here? Came to see how a little kitten was doing all alone in the big scary lion's den. Thought maybe you'd like someone to play with. Joke up, yeah. Where's Mr. Groesberg? Huh. That old man is probably still in bed. I hope he's not here, because last time Groesberg was here was fucking disgusting. And we're just glitching in an empty bowl and mumbling in his sleep. Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando. Dio? Dio Brando? Wait a minute. I didn't say. So Diego Armando, the finest attorney at the Brunswick Law Office, is that for me? No. You've got it all wrong. Today you're the finest. After all, I took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine. An escaped death row convict for a first client. Yeah, thanks. Sure wish you could get out of it though. And there's actually one of his planned names, Joe Coppa. Huh, relax, just had some good news. Prosecutor for today. It's fresh out of his diapers as well. Really? However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned a reputation as a genius since he began his law career. Genius? Oh, it's gonna be fucking accurate, isn't it? Now it's about time to head in there, kid. Why did I have to, like, wait for like a second to, like, come to Edward's name? Show me those claws of yours, time to go. Solitary confinement cells for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him. But when I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple childlike voice, I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth. I guess we'll see if he was telling the truth or not. Yep, it's fucking Edgeworth. It's been a while. Who the fuck are you? Who's this hoser? Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Falls. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. I understand the lawyers for both sides are newcomers? Yes, Your Honor. I'm EFA. Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. So, you're the new prosecutor everyone's talking about, eh? They say you joined up the prosecutor's office at quite an early age. At 20, Your Honor. I guess the little kitten hasn't noticed how much of a reputation yet, huh? Come on, Mia. You can't lose. Not to someone younger than you. Young people are running a trial. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. No, the defendant in the case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago he escaped from a police wagon, is that correct? Precisely. But the defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. On the day of the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered. So we had to determine if Mr. Falls was responsible for her death. You got it, kid. Stop calling her kid. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement. Yes, Your Honor. It was 5 years ago. The defendant Terry Falls is sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 40 years old. A truly horrible crime. I remember it well. There's no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted. Correct. But in the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony. A witness's testimony? Is it the lady that shot the guy here? Like the same lady that died? The testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal. She arrested Mr. Falls at the scene and later testified against him. She said to witness Mr. Falls, she said she witnessed Mr. Falls throw the young victim into the river. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to mean that. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fell in there are never recovered, never mind then I guess. So Miss Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put me away. Policewoman you just mentioned. That wouldn't be. Exactly, the victim, same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Trilogy. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Ah, I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago. He had only one thing on his mind, to take revenge against the woman who convicted him. Aha, the truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yes. It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty. Wait a minute, that's not right. At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor. Watch yourself, Miss Faye. I'm not sure I care for your word of choice or your tone of voice. There we go. You look so young now. Jeez. Young people these days simply do not know how to respect their elders. Why you? You're even younger than me, you hypocrite. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness. I'll call the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation of this case. What's that noise? It sounds like something's falling over. Witness, state your name and occupation. Gumshoe, Dick Gumshoe. I'm a homicide detective in charge of the case, sir. Finally got promoted to detective division half a year ago. I don't believe anyone asked you about that. Hey, ma'am! You got any idea how much work it takes? What is it? You're really gorgeous. Excuse me? No, seriously, my heart is aching for you. Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, get that fresh coat, yeah. I'll write you up for contempt so quick that something older than your heart will ache. Ugh. Okay, I got it. He's so full of hope and optimism here. Now, detective, tell us about the incident. Yes, sir, right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Harton, a veteran on the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. Chad, I don't like the judge's hairstyle. I don't know. Something about it just feels off. That much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Yes, sir, I got you. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. This is a sketch of Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge. What is this? Wait. Does this have to do with the escape at all? Whatever. The river that runs under is Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met there, on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir. I see. Located 40 feet above Eagle River. As the victim's blood found on the bridge, the victim, Sergeant Valerie Harton, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge. Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there. Your Honor. If you will listen to the testimony we've prepared, I'm sure you will be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day. Like, look at his eyes, look at his face, he also looks so full of hope and optimism. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm not sure I like you wagging a finger at me as I thought I was some hoser. The detective proceeded with your testimony. Yes, sir. Here we go, Mia. Hang on. Okay, now listen carefully, kitten. One little mistake and this guy will drink it for morning tea. Trust me and get ready. Why is he so handsome, chat? Why is he so handsome? On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned to Sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Harton went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Falls. She must not even in this room. What is that noise that I'm constantly hearing? And that's why she was brutally murdered, sir. Because he's the Diego fucking Armando. I still cannot get over it how much it sounds like fucking Dio. The criminal stuffed her body into the car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint set up on the base of the mountain. Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge. Naturally. Now, would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination? Yeah, I get it. Yes, Your Honor, cross-examination coming right up. Hey, settle down there, kitten. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. I'm not trembling. It's just cold in here. The courtroom can be a cold battlefield, alright? Especially for a beginner. I don't need you to worry about me, I mean, the defendant, everyone's a beginner here. Huh, you got me there. But maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you got, kitten. Stop calling with that. I hate it. I hate it. Okay, Mia, stay calm. This woman was court procedure videos that you stayed up all night last night watching. On the day of the incident, okay. This unknown person. You have no idea who it might be, right? Sorry, but I'm afraid I do. What? The one who called Sergeant Harton was the defendant, Terry Falls. What? The defendant? The defendant called her? Sergeant Harton was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about a phone call with Mr. Falls. A note? What? Why did you say it was an unknown person then? For fuck's sake, Gumshoe. Yeah, a top secret memo that she left on her desk. According according to this note, it seems that the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls. I'm surprised that he was to keep the note from me. Huh. Looks like there's even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer. That's the detective's fault. He's the one who said the known person. Hey, no, don't make that face at me. I just said it that way because the prosecutor told me to. Well, was that a trap? With that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky. Cute face, huh? Is there anything else that I can read this? I can read this. Falls, 4:30 p.m. at that bridge, where Wright's call for identification. Talk to Dahlia, tell her that this time the whole truth must come out. Oh, that seems to be a tie into something. Yeah, Dahlia Hoffman was the girl from the first case, wasn't it? Like the little bitch that was dating Phoenix. A bridge up in the mountains, but why me there? Because it's a very important place to the defendant, that's why. What do you mean by that? If you remember 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge. The very place where Sergeant Hartman arrested and handcuffed Mr. Falls. Huh. Returning to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic. Was the body of the victim discovered right away? Yeah, we were really on the ball. We found the criminal within 1 hour of the murder. It was great. We even got to say don't move. We got you surrounded. Wait a second. Isn't there something weird about that? The location was a suspension bridge high up in the mountains. So how did they find out about this crime so quickly? Sergeant Hunter must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right? Huh. If that's what had happened, then she wouldn't have been killed. She never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Falls, but she left a note on her desk about it. If I'd only noticed it earlier, maybe she'd still be alive. Otherwise, she didn't mention the phone call to anyone. Mr. Falls had a car, then? Well, the bridge is way up in the mountains, man. The defendant and the victim are both up there by car. I mean, how else, right? What? You mean the defendant drove his own car? No, of course not. Just stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at the red light. Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves. This guy sure how he feels about anything. This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. Naturally, there's the body of Valerie Halfon in there. Don't necessarily see anything wrong with this. Whoa, that doesn't look too comfortable. Thanks. The victim should step in the back, alright? Yeah. Just give me a second, chat. What the fuck is this noise? It's driving me nuts. I think I found it. Huh. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. I'm talking about a woman here. You can tell from this photo, but the knife is stuck in her back and nice and firm. The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or no protein in the trunk of the car? Here's a photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange, do you? Anyway. I don't know, can I like look at this picture a little bit better? Oh, I don't see anything strange. I mean, there probably is something strange going on here. So otherwise it wouldn't be a fucking Ace Attorney game, would it? No, I'm not seeing anything. Oh my god, it's a woman. What did the defendant have to say about this photo? What he always says, man. I didn't do it. I didn't do nothing. That's all he says. Nothing? I wouldn't say he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car. Which is what he always says, Your Honor. And then he always says... sorry. I told a little lie. Something like that. Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested. Precisely. There's certainly some impressive police work. Well, no, actually, it was way too close for comfort. We set up the checkpoint just after 5 PM. We figured Mr. Falls might just try to run. What did you mean it was too close for comfort? The two of them arranged to meet at 4:30 PM. And it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint. That was kinda close. Then later, Mr. Falls could have slipped right by. Listen up, kid. There's a big trap waiting for you in a testimony. Trap? Well, get to it carelessly and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh? No, it's not. Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you better get some more information. And if you're going to get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. You can always look for contradictions afterwards. The ever-famous contradictions. I sure hope I can find some of those. An unknown person phoned... I mean, we already kind of cleared up who that was, no? Or do you want him to revise his testimony just for this? No, it doesn't do anything. Huh. Why do I feel it's something with the picture? It's a police checkup you set up at the base of the mountain. Like, I barely have anything to work with here. Obviously the evidence is the badge. Hello, Shauna. That bridge, what was? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. She's not wearing a white scarf. Witness. What is it? You have something to say, Miss Faye? I'm sorry, I totally forgot what I was going to say. This is the first time I've had to actually address something like that. Should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this. Say that, little kid. Want a piece of my coffee and coffee candy? Candy? Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee. Come on, Mia. Shake it off, you're a liar. Detective? Yes, ma'am? This photo. You say that there was nothing peculiar about it, is that correct? Yeah, that's what I said. Well, then I suggest that you take another look at the note written by the victim. No. It very clearly says, wear a white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like. Thus, this special request. I have one very simple question for you, Detective. Where's the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo. Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, man. And you stopped there. You should have looked for it. No. The caller told Gerard to identify herself, so I expect to say that she just did that. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about this? I see the defense is a little lacking. The scarf you're searching for so desperately for, isn't this one perchance? Oh, that's a blue scarf, not a white scarf, you dolt. Where did you find it, sir? On the ski bridge. It was the first, and I decided to conduct my own investigation. Why? Why didn't you tell me? I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. Classic from Karma Crime Scene tampering, yeah. It's the safest place I know. Huh. That hotshot sure has flair. And sure has a flair for the dramatic. Chat. Well, it's not exactly white as the caller requested. But as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for. I was about to ask you, like, I'm not fucking tripping, but the thing is blue and not white, right? Looks like it spent some time in the mud. Not surprising. It was drizzling on the mountain today. Prosecution Adjumov? He was intentionally hiding his scarf the whole time. The court will accept the scarf into evidence. Now, if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. It's close friend's hair. Yeah, actually it is, isn't it? I'd like to move on with this testimony. Is that alright with you, isn't it, Miss Faye? Boy, would I like to wrap the scarf around the smarmy little neck. Very good. Now we're done with this mud-covered scarf business. Prosecution moved to establish conclusively and with hard evidence that Miss Hawthorne and Miss Fowles did indeed meet on the bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there. Sounds quite promising. Can't wait to hear all about it. Everything's moving at his whim. Don't forget, kid, there's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. A genius, huh? He sure looks full of himself. The Neckwear was told us about as a jump off now. Actually, there's an eyewitness who was when the incident took place. Sweater was accidentally taken by the witness. Shows the victim wearing the scarf, sir. I swear to God if it's fucking Lola. Actually, no, it can't be. It's like just too early in the timeline for it. It was drizzling today. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. It must have been when the scarf fell off. How would you turn her around though and stab her down? Looking at this photo. Really get the sense that this bridge is very high up. It's about a 40-foot drop from the bridge onto the Eagle River down below. Just imagine it, who took this photo anyway? Let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party. Ah, potential witness, so that's why this person is in the court. So why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, he said he absolutely did not want to testify. The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel him to testify. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Does he know anything what he feels about? Huh? Actually... Do we have this guy's... No, we don't have this guy's profile. I was curious what he would say. Just as you can see, Terry Falls have both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge. Ah, the truth is coming clear to me now. Huh? The judge indecisive brought over Judge Fickle. Yeah, it's quite obviously he's clearly guilty. Not again, that's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean, Who is this eyewitness? She's a college student. A female college student. That's right. Meaning she's female and a college student, man. She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I came to testify for her. Maybe so, but as the attorney for the defense, I have the right to cross-examine her. For the time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements, that's all. What's that supposed to mean? Prosecution has all the more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rest on the vague testimony of a female college student. A female college student, eh? I mean, she's female and a college student, sir. If you absolutely must hear her testimony, then you have to give us a good reason why. Yeah. At least I'll watch more decisive evidence in question. I have a good feeling that I know who that fucking college student is. Got a very good idea what it is. The victim is wearing a scarf in the photo, alright. So about the witness who took this photo. What was this person doing all the way in the mountains? She was taking photos of wildflowers, apparently. There's many unusual types of flora in that mountain, Miss Faye. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there. Spirits? Now that you mention it, this photo. This cloudy fog-like thing. Is it a ghost? I don't believe it. Oh, that's just a cloud. No, Your Honor, no. I don't think it's a ghost. Drizzling, huh? That's right. There was a light rain coming down. The whole place was dreary. But not as dreary as the mood that's in this courtroom right now. Haha. Get this guy off the stand. Right now. Looks like a cold front has moved in. In any case. The point is that the area is quite damp. There's even some fog. He even slipped and fell when it was on the bridge. It was really something. Why doesn't she look wet in the car then? Is it part of the witness's testimony as well? Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back and she... But she's facing him! None of this makes sense. I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal. Brutal? Fuck Canadian, what are you saying? Are you talking about seeing someone get pushed, or are you doing getting pushed? What does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once? With his mind-boggling tales and what he said brutal. I wonder if he's Canadian. Are that supposed to mean brutal? Jesus. Huh. I mean, he called someone a hoser, well, of course he's Canadian. So if you're nasty, look for the right person. Huh? Take a look. Poor baby. The court record seems to have wet itself. Hey, which way you spill your coffee? Court record, huh? What do you mean a court record? So in other words, there was a struggle between the criminal and the victim, huh? That's what the witness said. Well, looks like she didn't remember about the scarf. But from what she said, it sounded like a pretty violent fight, man. The area was wet from rain, and the bridge was probably wet too. Which would explain why the scarf is all covered in mud, but... something about this testimony that's still bothering me. Talk about surprise. I had no idea there was a photo. So, what do I do? You really still believe him? Mr. Crybaby, I mean. Of course I do. So the little kitten believes in fairy tales, huh? In that case, the answer is obvious. But if what you believe is the truth, then it means that somewhere hidden in the testimony is contradiction. One huge contradiction waiting to be discovered. What's your chance? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with what I'm thinking here. Like she's facing him, so she can be pushed in the back. Oh, that's not it! She's drizzling today, unfortunately it's a little hard to see what's going on. Is that why? No, because we've got a picture so we can see what's going on, huh? Also no! I mean, if the scarf fell off, then it probably fell into the goddamn river, didn't it? The victim shot the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Why do you want me to point it out in that? Ah, because I guess she would be dirty, huh? Yeah. Yeah. So the time of the crime there's a little drizzle coming down, correct? Yeah, and fog too. Just a generally soggy atmosphere. Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere. This is a photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk. Considering the conditions at the scene of the crime, something isn't right. Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. What about this photo of the trunk that doesn't fit with the contradictions that day? I don't know, just if she fell on the stomach, then present here, I guess? Okay. Naturally, the answer is right here. The victim's coat? As far as I can see, there was nothing strange about it. That's exactly what is strange. We call it testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. This bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on his stomach on top of the bridge, the front of her coat should have been covered in mud. That's exactly right. The other day I fell on the muddy street and my gorgeous playoff bid was befouled. I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet today. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If you wonder what fall into the shower instead of a muddy street, a glorious hockey pit, part of an illegal league, would be wet, but not muddy. Fortunately, I've yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken. Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day? Surface of the bridge? Huh? Huh. A real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this. Neither would a real woman. Of course I can. Here's the evidence that proves that the surface of the bridge was muddy. Of course the scarf is muddy. The evidence is the scarf. So it should be obvious. The scarf fell onto the bridge because it's muddy. It means that the bridge was covered in mud. No, it can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo. Bimbo? What do you mean? Hey, same to you, buddy. Bimbo versus himbo. Well, Armando is the bigger himbo here, but hey. His face assertion makes perfect sense to me. I do admit there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and the scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction? Huh? For every contradiction there exists an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we? Alright, it's not like he's really giving me a choice here. Huh. You're doing pretty well for a little kid. Just look at him, why is he so handsome? Mr. Armando, no matter what he says, the contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered in the trunk, the witness's photos show the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that said she saw the moment of the murder. Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? Because he's the Armando. God damn it. The false evidence. It's one of those three. No further explanation needed, I guess. Huh, what you said just now, I'm not sure I like that. That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over there that said it. This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know. Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into court. But we won't let him. We'll expose his evidence as a flimsy scam it really is. Yes. The false evidence in this case is the... Holy shit, what is it? I want to say it's the testimony. It's a no-brainer. Obviously, the witness is suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shot the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen? Yeah. That's what the witness told us. That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all. That's true. Huh. It's not just true, it's the truth. If it was a truly decisive witness in this case, I'm certain that boy Wonder over there would have called him in the first place. Your Honor, the defense requests a cross-examination of the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well. Well, Mr. Badgeworth, it appears that we'll need to hear from a mystery witness after all. You should brace yourself. For the brutal truth. Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time. Very well. Please bring forward the witness at this time. Mr. Redford sat. It kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth? Now let's proceed with the testimony. Mr. Wedgeworth, please go right ahead. Thank you, Your Honor. Prosecution summons. The woman who saw the events a day with her very own eyes. This is it, Mia. The bell begins here. Hello, Zeza. Witness, what is your name and occupation? Yeah, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. This bitch again. Everyone is so silent that they can hear their hearts going pitter-patter. Oh. Why not look at you? How can I put it? You look as scrumptious as a double and dozen donut holes. I feel like I want to hurry up and hand down the verdict just to have a bite. A bite of what? Huh? Hey, not so fast. As I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate. Yeah, delicate my ass. Who would also go to please exercise care when addressing her? Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're a true gentleman. Miss Faye, you could learn a lot from this man. If you're such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me. Sir? Hey, yes, my dear? It's my very first time, so I'm sure we'll make a lot of mistakes. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might cause. Not at all, there's no trouble at all. Now then, may you please have your name and occupation? My name is, Melissa Foster. You fucking liar. The first thing she does when she gets on the stand is fucking lying. This bitch. God damn it. I'm a college student. A freshman in the literature department. You were on the scene of when the unfortunate event occurred, correct? And you were the one who took this photo. Is that accurate? Ah. How can you be so mean? Now see here, what are you doing shoving that in her face like that? Huh? But it's just a photograph. It looks something dangerous. Next time we'll be forced to penalize you. Uh-oh. I don't like the turn this is taking. Is she staring at me? And you would be? Huh? I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Fey. I see. So you are... Now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony? Someone that's jealous? No, I want this lying bitch off the fucking stand. That's what I want. Yes, Your Honor, I'll do my best. Oh, this is so frustrating because we know who she is, but we have like no fucking proof for it. Oh, I fucking hate this. They're going to send me in circles just to find it out and prove it. Using my camera to take some pictures of wild flowers. Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly they just started fighting. That's when I heard and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. Oh, they're just standing there. And right after that I called the police. By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred? I believe the map would be of help here. Standing right over there. Yeah, that makes sense at least. Standing in a beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs. So you took the photo from the location, eh? I brought the camera I was using at the time. Just like Mr. Medford asked me to. Oh, what a cute camera! Just like the owner. Small but powerful model. Alright. Alrighty then, Miss Fay. Time for you to cross-examination, but I'll warn you. Make the witness cry again and you'll feel the wrath of my gavel. Gavel? Gavel. Did you say wildflowers? Gravel, yeah. Yes, the mountain is famous for its beautiful spring wildflowers. It's only February. Well, I couldn't wait for spring to come. Oh, I just know how you feel. It's just like when I first started growing this glorious beard of mine. I just couldn't wait, so I wore a dyed blonde Santa beard until mine grew in properly. Would you mind if I go back to the facts of the case, Your Honor? Why would you be taking pictures in the fucking rain anyway? Whatever. Is there anything strange about the two of them? I'm a bad girl, I know I am. It looked like we were having a real serious conversation up there. So I decided to watch them, like some kind of peeping Tom. No, not at all, everyone is like that. I love watching other people fight too, in fact. I can't get enough of it. Actually, that's why I took this job in the first place. Too much information, Your Honor. In any case, it's perfectly natural for you to have to keep watching them. Especially dressed as they were. Well, anyway, I was watching them very closely. Do you have any idea what they were fighting about? No, I have no idea. Why do you ask that? Oh, I just thought that maybe you overheard what they said. I would never eavesdrop. I've got more class than that. Yeah, sure you do, you little lying bitch. That's right, Miss Fay. Don't drag the witness down to your level. Why did you take a photo? Well, the two of them are really going at it. Ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a news reporter. I guess that part of me just kind of took over. Smells like a lie to me. Yes, I understand completely. Even now I can't completely abandon my boyhood dreams. I still use my grandson to test my comedy routines on. So I wanted to be a comedian, huh? Not that there's any bearing to this. I could just use my camera. So I took the photo of the crucial moment and gave it to the police. Why do we not have this photo then? You called the police? Yes. Of course it looked to me like the murderer was going to try to escape. We were already moving before the call even came in. Thanks to the victim's note, we had already started our operation. That's only tough luck for the criminal, eh? Terry Falls isn't the criminal. And there must be something strange in the girl's testimony. Mona doesn't like her because she doesn't know how to lie? What the fuck? No, I hate her because she's a... Oh, whatever. Careful, kid. Those girls are just wrapped around her little finger. You're going to have a tough time poking holes in that testimony of hers. You're going to have to go in with something real good, Mia. She's a manipulative little slut, that's what she is, and that's why I don't like her. I mean, this is like the only thing I got to go off. Like, it doesn't show them fighting. Witness, when you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? Also, I like to see this photo of two people facing each other. How am I doing today? I'm fine. My jaw kind of hurts from the dentist, though. It's annoying how much stuff they shove into your face. Oh. I'm disappointed that you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally, that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented the photo like that? Well, you see, the photo we presented was the only one there was. But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? They must have taken a photo of it. Dope. What does it turn into Homer? To my apologies, young lady. But Miss Faye's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit. You can certainly downplay the situation, can't he? I'm sorry. I'm a very bad girl. Yeah, you are. I used it all up to film with me. You ran out of film? This photo was the last one. What? Unfortunately, that's the truth. I personally examined all of the photographs she took that day. All the other photos are of the witness herself, playing among the wildflowers. The witness herself? Who took the photos? Well, you see, the camera has a timer feature built into it. So you took photos of yourself. I remember taking some photos of myself once too. Please, no details. Samira's face of saturation was not so decisive after all. Assertion. Ugh. Wait, just a minute. Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, eh? Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes. But Mr. Whiteruff, you're quite a poet. Very well then, let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts on the fight that you witnessed. Yes, Mr. Judge. Boy, this guy really is a sucker for sweet talk. Huh. Looks like the other kitten in the room is the one that's getting all the attention. Yeah, it's sickening. Stop calling everyone kittens, for fuck's sake. Okay, so this is just the same step. Wait, no, this is different. Oh, oops. Did you say wildflowers? Yes, the mountain is famous for its beautiful spring wildflowers. But it's only February. Well, I couldn't wait for spring to come. Oh, it's not how you feel. Okay, no, we already went over this. Suddenly started fighting, the victim turned around and tried to run away, but... The victim? Why do you think she tried to run away? At a police meeting, she certainly knew better than to turn her back on a criminal. This was a large, powerful man with a knife. If it had been a quaggy woman like you... Quaggy? Nice word. I'm sure she would have acted differently. Quaggy? Why you... If it had been me, I probably would have jumped into the river. Still something wrong with his testimony. So you're saying Sergeant Hunter wasn't able to get away from him? Well, it's a narrow bridge and it'll swing back and forth. If you ask me, both of them are in danger of falling off. I only wish I could have done something to help her. Seems to make sense. Wonder about that. Something seems kind of off. Huh, does it now? You have a good sixth sense. When you feel that something's off, that's when you need to figure out why. If Jerry Falls isn't a criminal, then there must be something strange in the dead girl's testimony. And be careful, Captain. The girl has a jit wrapped around his finger, a little finger. Going to have a tough time poking holes in the testimony of us. I mean, he can't really run. He's got a fucking ball and chain in his hands. That's one photo. Yeah, like, he can't really run like that now, can he? So I like the way she's standing there. It's a very interesting pose. Story mode guide me for this. Wait, there's your testimony, it's a joke. Why? What? But well, because the bridge is out of water, I guess? Yeah. Yeah. Miss Faye, I totally want you to not make the witness cry. One short testimony and two bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse. You say there are two contradictions? It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area. According to her testimony, the two of them were in the middle of the bridge. But if they were and the victim had turned around and tried to run, well then, she would have hit a dead end. You said 10 yards, but you couldn't even have run 5. Because this key bridge is on the collapse on that side. Ah. What does this all mean? It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it. This beautiful young lady has been lying to the court. Yes, from the moment she entered. Just a moment, Your Honor. Mr. Redruff. Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion. What do you mean? There's one major mistake in this diagram. What did you say? What are you referring to? It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any other official blueprints of it. So, you're saying? I'm saying that even though this bridge currently is in disrepair, it wasn't when the incident happened, there's no evidence to prove that the bridge was broken during the incident. That's ridiculous. You can't actually tell the condition from the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. Huh. That guy's good. Huh? What do you mean? He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, alright. The diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy. Huh. A coward. Well, Miss Faye, it seems you've once again made a reckless accusation. I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself. No, it wasn't your fault at all. Now then, shall we go into trial? I'd like to establish once and for all what it was that the witness actually saw. Indeed. Alright, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony? Actually, do we have... Yeah, we do have her here. But, it's so hard to go on. We're all on your side, Miss Foster. There's no need to worry, just tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. After he slapped her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw. Witnessing such violence must have been difficult. Yes, sir. Still shaken up. If he accepts his testimony as it is, we're finished. Don't say that. Oh well. Maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. They make really great mocha latte. Mocha latte. This trial isn't over yet. Huh. That's what I like to hear. Alright, Miss Faye, cross-examination if you please. Contradiction is staring right in the face of me. Go on the attack. Is it? Is it? Well, I guess you couldn't see that there was a car there, could she? Yeah. Let's press it first, I guess. You personally witnessed that? Yes. Did anything strange happen when he did that? Well, I don't know if you call it strange or not. But that's when the victim's scarf fell off. You mean the scarf? Well, which mess would we find it to see? Don't see any problem. I mean, I guess she knows there is a car there from, like, after the fact, but, like, initially she didn't. I guess we'll see. No. Man, I thought I was clever for once. I thought I was clever for once. And you're absolutely certain that if it was my client who was carrying the body? Well, he was wearing a prisoner's outfit of uniform, but that's for his face. It's not a fucking badge. Shut up about a goddamn badge! So you're saying you didn't get a clear look at his face? Well, they were far away and it was raining as well. But I was only supposed to say exactly what I saw. Excellent! You're a remarkably honest young woman. Sometimes my testimony is bothering me, but what? Hey kid, have you ever put salt in your coffee? No? Why would I? Why not? Huh? It'd actually go better with coffee than sugar, right? Listen, my point is if you're not sure, you might as well add a ton of salt to it. It might bring out the rust in something, like a piece of evidence. He's right, Mia, go present something. Got nothing to lose. By the way, I wouldn't put my salt in my coffee. The two don't go well after all. I do not know. Did I just present them like the wrong part? I guess I did. The killer not wanting his victim to be found, I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There's a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found. You just click her into the river. Al? What is it? Take another look at the map of the area and you'll see how. There is a river right below the bridge. Earlier Miss Wright pointed out something interesting about the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. Ah. In a kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. If 10 murders were to occur in the same spot above the Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body into the water. Order. I'm not sure if I care for the way you put it, Miss Faye, but I must admit it does seem odd to not throwing the body into the river. Oh. Oh, Mr. Redruff. How sad. Perhaps Miss Faye would do well and try taking a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature. What are you talking about? My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of this body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw. Quite true. Miss Faye, it seems that your assertion is without merit after all. But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous. Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car. It's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us. Please, witness, go on with your testimony. I'll try. All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise the mean lady might yell at you again. What is he talking about? Alright, I'll do my best. Killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hit the body there. That's new. What did the man do then? Well, naturally, he got in the car and was about to flee. That's when I came to my senses. I said to myself, you have to call the police. And so that's when you called the police? You sure that you saw it all with your own eyes? Yes, 100% certain. I mean, do you want me to present the car trunk here? I'm not entirely sure. Wait, no, that again? Well, Miss Foster, it looks like you've done it this time. I guess now it is what I mentioned earlier, that you couldn't see it, I guess. Done what? Made a crucial mistake. Crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Faye? The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hit the body in there. You're saying that you saw that, right? With your very own eyes? Yes, and? It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here. You see what I mean? Even if you try to see the car, this outcropping of rock is directly in the way. Because I was ahead of the facts there earlier. Ah. That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you couldn't have possibly seen the killer's car. I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall as it would stop it from seeing the car. That's right. It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine. I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. I believe it was the witness who presented this evidence to the court. This is evidence to the court, right? Yeah, it's a pretty steep cliff that you see there on the side. This is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge, but the outcropping that's being referred to is really more like a cliff. Ah! Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff, but you still claim to have been able to see the killer's car. Order in the court. What's the meaning of this ballyhoo? Ballyhoo, that's a good word. Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in the stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. She must have heard about your stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it. She was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes. Oh. Mr. Judge? What is it? I think I must have remembered things wrong. Hey, wait a minute. You can't just say that. Miss Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect. Yes, indeed. Quite true, you know what to say. True error is to human, to forgive divine. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here. What? That's not fair. Huh. Save the test for later, kid. Mr. Ramondo, don't look back until the trial's over. Now's the time to go forward. Do you think this is going to end with him like getting coffee in his face and like burning his eyes or some shit? Like, why is he wearing that mask otherwise? But it wasn't fair. Okay, kid, you need to relax. Then you need to remember. The older kitten's testimony. Killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hit the body there. So tell me, how did you know that? How did you know that he broke into the trunk? Ah. Well, Miss Foster, until you can explain how you know that, until you knew that, you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people inside of the courtroom. Oh, witness? Oh, that's been a while. Give me a second, chat. It's been a while since I've seen one of your fucking bots trying to sell me shit. Shoo. Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk, because there are marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain there were scratch marks from when he broke into. What? Let me see this photo. It's true. These certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole. It's obvious that this trunk has been broken open. Oh, Miss Faye? Are you satisfied? The judge is on the side, you can't make any mistakes here. What you just said, is some contradiction in this somewhere? Has she even seen the picture of the body in the trunk? I don't think she has. Melissa Foster, looks like you finally betrayed yourself. What? You said you were in the field taking photos of wildflowers. But even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get the chance to see those scratches? Finally. Finally got there. Huh. I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here. Then perhaps it would be faster if Miss Fane explained herself. Yeah, well, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was... She would be passing by, she put the corpse in the car. She's the owner of the car? Fuck if I know. She put the corpse in herself, she happened to be passing by. I don't know. She put the corpse in herself? Really? Wasn't planning to make that leap of logic, but sure. There's only one way that the witness had the chance to see those scratches. Yes? What is it? Naturally. When she opened the trunk. It's always ever makes her look most suspicious. Yeah, I guess, huh? When she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in there herself. Huh? The person who really had the body in the trunk of that car was... Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it? That's ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that... I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Miss Falls had been the one that put the corpse into the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open. But he stole the car. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting in the red light. Which means that the key would have been still in the ignition. Oh, I see. Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. I doubt that we never would have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk. No! Preposterous to even suggest that the witness put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took? The corpse could have only been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. And we already know that at the time she was taking photographs. There's a timer on this fucking thing, you dunce. How's your chance, Mia? Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about it anymore, Mr. Ridgeworth. So no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shit for this may have not been bust by Foster herself. Let's take another look at this camera and see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. Well, it's almost as if she had bought the camera just to make this picture. What are you trying to say then, Miss Faye? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed? Well, if she really did use the camera as auto timer, then the answer is yes. She was somewhere else. Exactly, she was not in the field. Would the defense please explain further? Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? In answering that question, we'll also make clear Miss Foster's true identity. Well, then please answer this question. Where was Melissa Foster when the incident on the bridge occurred? Yeah, around here then, no? Naturally, the witness was standing right here. Well, what do you think, Mr. Ridgeworth? Before pointing out where the witness was standing, Miss Faye should do something herself. Should figure out where she stands if you catch my drift. Oh, don't worry. The drift is certainly caught. Yes, failure is an excellent opportunity for growth. Now try to be better next time. God damn it. Oh, yes, thank you. Kan zij drift toe? I mean, if she put the body in the car, she had to be somewhere on this side of the riverbank. The position of the victim? What do you mean? What do you mean, game? Naturally, the witness was right here. But that's where the victim is Hoffman was standing. I guess she's dressed up. Order, Miss Faye. What on earth? You wonder if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could have only been before the defendant met the victim. How asinine. Of course Miss Falls met the victim. But the only person with the opportunity to put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls. You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valley Hawthorne. What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the victim in this photo? It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness. What? It's the only possible explanation. Okay, now we're actually grasping at straws there, holy shit. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day was not Valley Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster. Me? Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain day. Mr. Falls himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valley Hawthorne. But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped to get him convicted. But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in the federal penitentiary prison. You couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore. You're just making this up as long as you go along. Where's your proof? I've got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. At the time of the incident, Mr. Falls had forgotten what Valley Hawthorne looked like. Is it the golden scarf again? No, it's not. Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification. Namely, this muddy scarf. Mr. Falls had requested that she would wear the scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. Says that? No? Shut up. In other words, as long as you were wearing the scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valley Hawthorne. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster? No. No! Congratulations, you're not unconscious. Where's Miss Foster? She's collecting herself in the lobby. Did she cease to desist? It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She just evaporated, don't worry about it. She hid the body in the drink and disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together. The only question is, why did she do it? Well, isn't that obvious? Also, we'll need to check something here. Like, unless it was a black and white picture, you would notice their fucking red hair. Compared to the black hair here. Like, really? Really? Surely you notice it on the distance even if it is darker. Come on now. Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit. Huh. Well, we have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we can start again. Until then, his court is in recess. It depends on the prosecution and both to wait in respective lobbies. Yes, Your Honor. Actually, now I think about it, every picture in this game has been black and white. I wonder why that is. Like, this was done in an era where color pictures should exist, so... Understood. Very well, the court is in recess. I need to take a drink. Even though this is a shorter case, it's still decently long, huh? And that went for 3 hours? Jesus. Mr. Falls, eek! I'm sorry. I want to say thanks, you're real good. You really hooked me up. Thanks, we're almost there. Once I prove that you committed a crime, Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle we've got to get past. Obstacle? Yeah, motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill a policewoman anyway? Motive, huh? Anyway, we're still badly in need of information. Information, right. But we need the most of this info about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is that she's a student studying literature. And one more thing. What is it? Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. The kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for. Hey, I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill anybody. I never lie. It's false. In that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago. I'm going to take a flashback inside of a flashback? Okay, I trust you. That day 5 years ago, I dreamt of it. Every day. This picture, it reminds me everything. Bridge looks same, just like then 5 years ago. Why is this English suddenly falling apart? Like it could fall apart at any minute. So it's been broken like that for at least 5 years? Huh. Sorry, buddy, but you sound like the one that could fall apart at any minute. True, it did. I did kidnap her. 5 years ago. I kidnapped my girlfriend. Dahlia Hawthorne. Your girlfriend? Huh? Hey, hold on there. Did you say Hawthorne? I need to check something. She was 40 years old then? Oh boy. The victim's last name? Actually, hold on. Valerie's little sister. What? Are you serious? The girl? Let it go. Who really died that day? Shut up, come closer. I'm gonna kill her. Sorry, but you're not going to get away. Get the chance. I should have just waited and seen that. The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. At first I thought shooting someone for kidnapping was crossing the line, but if it was to protect her little sister, I can understand why she did it. Wrong. No protect sister. Valerie betray me, betray us. Why is this English suddenly so bad? It looks like Carrie in that picture. Yeah, it's the hair, isn't it? I know what you mean. What do you mean she betrayed you? Everything. All lies. All make-believe. Kidnapping. Why is he talking like he's fucking Gonta all of a sudden? Make-believe kidnapping? Dahlia, my girlfriend, my love, my teen angel. Well, a little bit. Did he actually say that, my teen angel? He's seen too many soap operas. He's mentally challenged. I do anything she says, anything Dahlia says. Anything Dahlia says. Hold on a minute. Weren't you saying that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by... Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie, too. Valerie was in on it. Dahlia's family rich. Jewelry business. We get one jewel, that's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote a kidnap note. We sent it to sent to her dad. Asked for $2 million diamond. Tell him to make exchange on Dusky Bridge. Tell him Valerie make transfer because she knew detective. Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, alright. In the end, you were planning on splitting the 2 million 3 ways, huh? Yeah, but that woman. She wanted the money for herself. That woman, Valerie, she do it for real. She shoot at me for real, me and Dahlia. I guess, did he fall into the river? Or shot an arm? Dahlia, she jumped in the river. Oh, okay. Well, she did survive it. Jump? You do mean she jumped on purpose, do you? I couldn't do it. I could never push her. Anyway, I blacked out. Wake up with police all over. And that's when he decided to give you the death sentence. I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me. Stop biting that. That's not good for your teeth. That man, Terry Falls, he killed her. He threw her over the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below. Dude, how much is 40 feet in meters? You know what? I'm gonna Google that. I'm actually curious. Like, what kind of units are we dealing with here? To... Convert feet to centimeters from 40 foot. 1219.2 centimeters. So 12 meter high, give or take. Yeah, that's decent. That's a decent fall. That's a decent fall. Just 5 years, all I wonder is why? Why? Why did she lie? That's all I want to know. So that's why you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie yourself. Yes, but I forget what she looked like. So tell her to wear a scarf. I don't want to hurt her. Just ask why. Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? Money, that's why. I just want to hear her answer come from her mouth, that's all. So that's why you made a crazy escape like that. Just one thing, zebra boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Falls, where is it? Huh? That's what? Come on now, kitten. The ransom! The $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Did you give it back to Pops? Did you please take it? I don't know. Huh? You don't know? No, really, I don't know. It's gone. Vidalia. Vidalia? I should have done when she jumped off the bridge, I guess. That day on the bridge. Dahlia put it in backpack. Now gone, Vidalia. Gone. Gone forever. Into Eagle River. If I was in love with her, I mean, she was 14 years old. Oh. What do you mean she was 14 years old? Oh. Wait, how old is this fucker? Hold on. So he was 20, she was 14? Oh no. No, that's still not good. No! No! Stop it! Just a bit with Dahlia, wait a minute. You can come back in now, we're ready to go. Mr. Falls, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Arthur? Never found her. My sweet Dahlia. You never found her? Swallowed by river, gone. Dahlia, my teen angel. Your teen angel? How old was she anyway? Just 14. 14? Yeah, you already know. I guess you were robbing cradles before diamonds. Yeah. Yeah. And she plans a fake kidnapping and disappears into the river with her walk worth 2 million. Man, oh man. Angels these days. Falls takes a fall and you get a one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia off on an angel? Is she really a... It's time, kitten. Looks like we have a few more aces up our sleeves now. You bet. $2 million gem. It doesn't even look good for 2 million. Whatever. Training wheels come up now, Mia. You got to strike while the iron is hot. It's one of my rules. Remember it. Age is just a number. You're so mentally jealous I think Dahlia's a groomer. Honestly, you might be onto something there. Six-year age gap is a bit much. Now then, let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Falls. Witness, how are you feeling better? Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best. You're a brave young lady. Is it the pigeon? Not this again. Can you understand what as the defense lawyer wanting to get the client off the hook? However, try to pin the crime on the innocent student, yes. What are you talking about? My witness is not the person in trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime, that's all, yeah, fucking right. What possible reason would a girl like this have to murder a police woman? Something hard to imagine this woman is a murderer. A motive, huh? Figure this would have established next. Well, Miss Faye, do you have any evidence of a motive? I guess she wanted to take revenge on her sister. For everything that happened, I guess? I don't know. Oh, yes, of course, I think. Huh. He's still liking his same as a kid. Mr. Armando. Listen. A liar is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted and nuts is the mark of a pro. Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that. Yeah, I know what you mean. Excuse me. May I speak, Mr. Judge? Of course, Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like. I'd like to say something. Some people are suspicious of me, right? That's why. I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true. Hmm? No, I see. You're such an honest and upstanding young lady. Looks like this witness is a real professional. What do you mean? Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are darkest for her. Click. She lights right up. Very well then, let's hear what the witness has to say. I mean, I guess you're also slightly correct in that, Floof, because she's like manipulative as all hell, so... It honestly wouldn't surprise me if you were right there. I was out of the country until the year before last. Until I entered college, I'd never been able to go to, never been to Eagle Mountain before. And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago. Or kidnapping a poor girl. Just think to defend this terrible, horrible monster. Out of the country, eh? Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder. Indeed. You're up to bat, kid. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile. You bet. Someone have to tie you to this case. If we could only prove what we know, but we can't. Oh, oops. Actually, I wanted to check what this specifically said. Victim of the kidnap/murder fell from the bitch, no body found. You're one and the same. So what country were you living in then? We were all living abroad, but after my parents were killed, it was a brutal civil war. She tried to make her way back home alone. What the fuck? I lost everything. I didn't even have any personal identification. What kind of sob story is this? What do I do? Should I press her for details? I mean, she still didn't say which country it was. Press her order. Witness, answer my question. I'll even repeat it for you. What country were you in? You all know this line of questioning is childish. What country she was in and how many languages she may speak are irrelevant here. But we're here to evaluate is whether this witness had any connection to this case. I've lived abroad ever since I was a little girl. That's why I could never have known Mr. Falls or Detective Hawthorne. Yes, I think we've established that point. Yes, indeed. Well then, shall we add what you've just stated to official testimony? Yes, please, Mr. Judge. Let's just say you went to involve that, I guess. You didn't know either person? Are you certain of that? Yes, I'm afraid I'm rather shy around people. Oh well, that can't be helped. Why is he just agreeing with everything that comes out of her mouth? The first time we saw either of them was on the bridge, they were on the bridge, correct? Yes, it really was a coincidence. Until I entered college, I've never been to Eagle Mountain before. So what made you decide to go to Eagle Mountain anyway? I just love being outdoors, picnics, hiking, you know, that sort of thing. You don't look like much of a hiker to me, but you do look like you do look like a digger of sorts. Yeah, a gold digger perhaps? But Eagle Mountain is a 2-hour drive from here and no trains run through there. There are plenty of mountains that are closer and easier to get to. Well, I went there once with a college hiking club. I fell in love with its stark, desolate beauty and its cold yet romantic gloominess. And then you didn't know you were such a goth. By the way, what's the name of your college? Prosecution objects to any question that involves the witness's private life. All that matters is that she's a material witness to a crime. The witness doesn't respond to questions that are clearly malicious in intent. Thank you. She's really gone too far. Miss Faye, you're treading on thin ice here. I hardly said anything. Talk about sensitive. What's that scream? Perhaps your behavior today was very suspicious. Not only have you contradicted yourself here in court, but you know things that you shouldn't. For example, the scratches on the trunk of the car. Well, that's... Unfortunately, Miss Faye, your last statement proves nothing. Oh really? And why is that? The witness came to the police station once to identify the suspect. It's entirely possible that at that time an officer showed her this photo. This seems like a rather serious mistake. Huh. It's the oldest trick in the prosecutor's book. That's not fair. That wicked inmate. I'll never be able to forget that horrible day. A grudge? How would you know that anyway? Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death. Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such a deep anger against her. So much anger that he forgot his own guilt. My client has always maintained that he's innocent of those charges. He seems rather forgetful, your client, I mean. Not only did he forget about what he did, but he also forgot the poor policewoman as well. What do you mean by that? Your client, he forgot what the detective looked like, right? So bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well. Well, she's right about that, Mr. Falls is kind of forgetful. Was harder. You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What did you mean by that? Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right? Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf versus identification. Why has Anna been wearing as if I have been wearing a white scarf that day? Then he probably would have tried to kill me. That's true. He's clearly a bitter man. This is bad. Mr. Falls' reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's best to not poke too deep. What should I do with that last statement? Have it at it. Your Honor, what the minute you said just now is tremendously important. I'd like it added to the official testimony. The prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer and a mentally imbalanced one at that. Okay, so we're all just calling him stupid now, okay. The testimony only helps to further prove the point. No, that's not why Enough, witness, if you would. My pleasure, Mr. Judge. What do you mean by lucky? Well, it's February now. Everyone is still wearing scarves. If I'd accidentally worn a white scarf like he said. And you yourself might have been guilty. That would have been a terrible loss for this world. Oh no, it would have been fine. Don't worry about it. Huh. Looks like you pressed too hard this time, kid. Mr. Armando. Keep looking around, Jinky. You're going to lose sight of the finish line. Justice is blind, which is not deaf. Sometimes you have to know when not to talk. You knew about an incident? Which meant you out of the country until the year before last. Well, I saw a report about the escaped convict on the news. You had an in-depth report of his whole history. I have some questions, sure. So you're still living abroad 5 years ago, is that right? Yes. Can't let her get away with these lies. Listen to me, she's neck deep in this whole thing. Somehow you're just going to have to get her to show the court her true self. Oh, I'm gonna save first. I'm gonna take a drink as well. And my mouth is drier than usual because of the fluoride and cleaning they did at the dentist. Yeah. That's not what I wanted to check. Who the hell is she? Why is still in the center of everything? You mean Mia? Because this is a flashback, technically. I talked to Dahlia, then this time the whole truth must come out. I mean, we don't know that she's Dahlia yet. So this is probably not it. The Umbrella Girl? Well, she's the supposed victim of the kidnapping 5 years ago. Which is actually the sister of the person that got murdered here. Never met Rick and Martin before. And the scarf she's wearing is blue. How would you know it's white? Wait a minute. Wait, I want you to look at this photo you took. It's hard to see in the photo, but look at the scarf and the victim always under identification. This is the second case she shows up. I do kind of wonder about the timeline of that, because she ended up indicted for murder there, didn't she? So, like, why is she still here? Yeah, not entirely sure. Talking about this scarf here, right, eh? Yes, that's it. This is the scarf the policewoman was wearing. Like, I think the other case was before this. She was tried for murder, no? I've got it now, just don't mess up. But it's strange. In your testimony, you stated the following. I guess I'm unlucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. What, white? This is a scarf you identified to belong to the victim. It certainly doesn't look white to me. Oh. Well, it was foggy that day and it was raining as well. It's not surprising that she mistook it for white. Sorry, but not this time. The village just confirmed that this was the victim's scarf. Yes, but what's the significance? It's true that the scarf doesn't look white, but there's only one explanation for this mix-up. The reason why the witness thought the scarf was white is... Victim's note? Yes. Witness, have you ever seen this note? Nope. No, never. Top secret evidence. There's no reason that you would have. Wonder about that. What do you mean? This note shows Mr. Falls' instruction to the victim regarding the meeting. It says, wear white scarf for identification. White? Scarf? Nah. I like when he makes his face. Witness, you knew what this note said. And it's because you knew that you slipped up and mistakenly said white scarf. Well, Miss Foster. No! Yes! Woo! Order. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation. I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public. And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew were quite limited. Terry Falls is one. The person who wrote the note, Verily Horton, is another. And finally, one more person. Did you say one more person? That's right, a person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, kitten? Yep. Third person that knew the contents of the note was... Wow, I wonder who that is. And that person is Dahlia Hawthorne. Dahlia Hawthorne? I've never heard her name before. Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. There's her name, right there. And what's this? So who's this person? This Dahlia Hawthorne. You're looking at her. Miss Faye must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life. Dead? Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in the crime 5 years ago. Killed in the crime? You don't mean? Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls. You said she was killed, but was she really? What are you implying? Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago, when she fell off the Dusky Bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found. She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead. The fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she were still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster, I believe that's the same age you are. Even you could. Miss Faye, you're not saying. But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. What? Huh, nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a tree alarm fire. But unless you can tie it all loose ends together, you're nothing but a hidden arsonist. I understand. If we're gonna expose the true nature, I can turn this one case on its head. That's my chance to make Mr. Redwood squirm. Witness, just who are you anyway? I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say anything more, witness. Yes, I understand. Want to plead the fifth? What, Mr. Edward, explain yourself. You want to have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue this method this far. You don't mean? Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses. What did he say? Huh. Looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go. No way, but am I? If he hadn't revealed the secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made her a little trade. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. But I thought she died 5 years ago. We thought so as well, but, well, as you can see, I'm getting angry. Why did she hide her identity for over 5 years? That has nothing to do with this current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime. Accidental? I don't believe it for a minute. For the last 5 years she's been playing the role of victim. And now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder. Not just another murder, her sister's murder. Really, Miss Faye, I must say your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to paint your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost. How dare you? Please let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious, her big sister. Miss Faye must be insane to suggest that she murdered her. What? I'm inclined to agree to the prosecutor's logic. Miss Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would the witness have for killing a beloved sister? Well, you see, I thought I was winning, but somehow it's turned it around on me. Huh. I think you need a little push in the right direction, Ken. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim. What, is it the fucking diamond? That wasn't me. It was this guy. This crazy coffee addict. I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. Also, like, I'm just like thinking right now. I guess that's why he's so upset with Phoenix, is because, like, Mia died and, like, he blames him for it or some shit like that. Well, I guess we'll see. What makes you think they're empty, boy? Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. I am sweating bullets. You think you're in a tough spot, huh? Of course, aren't I? No. You've just arrived at the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you. To me? Ah, the rashness of youth, how charming. Shut up, you're 20 years old. This is coming from someone younger than me. No, now let's not waste any more time. Miss Faye. What motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne? The diamond is like the only thing that I can point out here. So if it's not the diamond, then I don't fucking know. What is this? Is this the defense's idea of a joke? If so, I certainly don't get the punchline. Well, Miss Faye? Oh, that was the rashness of youth. The rashness of youth? What is your point in furthering such a stereotype? For fuck's sake. Then what is it? I've been in the state hidden for 5 years, kitten. Must be a good reason for that. God damn it. Alright, you know what? I'll do this. Also, just like that. Oh, oops, the story starts after something. He called Verily and told her he wanted to meet. This is a note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia. Dahlia, this time the whole truth has come out. Verily Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal the whole truth. The whole truth? There's a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently. A terrific story, Miss Faye. If you like fiction, it is. Enlighten the court, Miss Faye. What was the secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia, Valerie Hawthorne, and Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Oh yes, I know this secret. Go on, the defense would like to request further testimony. What testimony? Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things. Such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Ugh. Very well, we'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it will be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf? Oh, god damn it. Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge. But on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. But this time will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. take another drink. My mouth is definitely getting dry all this pasta today. "5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life." Look at them crocodile tears. Kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left her Hartman family and started all over again. And we have to believe that after all that, she murdered her sister? Preposterous. Thank you, Mr. Redruff. Miss Faye? Yes, Your Honor? As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. Mr. Redruff got to jump on me again. Huh. If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up, we still got that info. The day's up our sleeve. What info? Come on, kitten. Don't say that you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. That's right, it was a fake kidnapping. Jerry Falls told us that in the lobby. I'll do anything she says, anything Dahlia says. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by... yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie, too. Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, man. That's a secret. So, being careful means like I can't press anything again, or what do you mean? Let's save first. You know, this is going a lot longer than I expected it to go, considering how short it was supposed to be today. Oh no, why do I have hiccups? Did you and Mr. Falls have a relationship? Yes, as a tutor. You were tutoring him, Mr. Falls? No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. Mr. Falls came to the house to tutor me. That makes sense. 5 years ago, she was only 14. He probably came up with the kidnapping plan during the time. The half-ons are in the jewelry trade and quite wealthy, you see. Quite a clever fellow, that Mr. Falls. Did I hear right? Did you just call Mr. Falls a clever fellow? Anything but. Now, the diamond is valued in the neighborhood of $2 million. $2 million? It was still uncut, so it was about the size of a pint of milk. $2 million pint of milk. I don't know what to think about that. The defendant demanded that his sister, Valerie, made the exchange. Not as a detective, of course, but as an individual. By the way, I want to ask you, Mr. Redruff, why do you think you wanted to make the exchange up Devil Mountain? If you ever got surrounded, it would be hard to escape. Well, that's one thing a kidnapper wants to prevent, and that's some police involvement. In a place like that, it would be easy to tell if he was being followed. With only one entrance to the mountain, he was sure it was ensuring his safety. That's a wickedly clever man that Mr. Falls is. Yeah, right. It was all your plan. Anyway, Valerie brought the diamond to the mountain and... It was a dangerous thing to do considering you were being held hostage. Yes, but actually, that saved my life. What do you mean? You see, Mr. Falls was holding a knife in his right hand. Somehow I just knew he was going to use it. I knew that he was going to use it enough to kill me. That's why my sister shot it. It was to save me. I'd like to hear more about what happened right at that moment. Well, when Mr. Falls was shot in the right arm, he let go of me. I was dazed. I tried to try and run away, but Mr. Falls turned to grab me as well. As I ran past, he and I locked eyes for a second, and he gave me a large, bloodthirsty grin. Bloodthirsty grin? Ooh. And in the next instant... How many times have you seen that now? I first got to remember that the river is 18 feet deep and incredibly swift. I was a strong swimmer, but I was knocked out. When I came to it, I'd been carried away by the river to a strange place. I'll never forget the day. The crumbling bridge, nowhere to run. Then just one little shot from behind, that was it. Before my sister could catch me, fell into the river. And that's why you hid your identity. Yes. Well, I only told my sister. Valerie Hoffman, eh? Yeah, she's the only one who knew about me. Meanwhile, legally this witness has been deceased for 5 years. I didn't ever want to do something like ever want something like that to happen to me again. And the new identity was Melissa Foster, right? Yes, my sister helped me get the official paperwork taken care of. That makes sense. Without an insider's help, doing all of the paperwork would have been impossible. She was the only person left in the world I could count on. And you think I killed her? There's no way I could. It's a moment of truth for this witness too. Once the truth about the staged kidnapping comes out, everyone in the court will know how much of a Jezebel she really is. Just got to prove that the kidnapping was a hoax. Do I even have anything for that? My surprise was a raw diamond, my sister was on board the bridge. I lost to Eagle River 5 years ago. No, I don't know. What do you say, story mode button? Shove me over the bridge from behind. I guess. You say that Mr. Falls pushed you in the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe. But it's true. I felt the push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Falls. I'm sorry, I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said that's hard to believe. I should have said that's impossible. Impossible? I asked the court to recall a condition of Dusky Bridge, now and 5 years ago. The bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. You'd think they would repair it in 5 years' time, though. Jesus. If someone had pushed you from behind, as you have claimed. Instead of being carried away by the river, you would have broken your goddamn neck. You would have been smashed by the bedrock below. My most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Alphorn? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible. Ah. Yeah, well, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river might have been higher back then. But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference. No. You're right. If the events occurred just now as the witnesses testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what's the meaning of this? You see, Just a moment, Your Honor. It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's possible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Now, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Ashford's explanation correct? Now that you mention it, I do remember now when I fell off the bridge. My skirt got caught on one of the bridge's sidewires. You can't be serious. God damn it. Order in the court. Seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion. No, Mia, this is not the time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault. What? I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Redruth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous! What's so impossible about it? I love this expression. Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. Wait, does it? What do you mean? Hmm? I also have no idea what you want me to, Because you couldn't fit through that, I guess. Your Honor, all of these answers are right there in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet of the ground. It would be impossible to push someone up from there. No! But let's remember the size and the strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a girl and thrown her over. He was holding a knife. So young and already forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls had been shot in the right arm. Ah. And more importantly, Valerie Hoffman had her gun trained on him. At point blank range. Ah. So, Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge? That's clearly impossible. Ugh. Order, order. What is the meaning of this? Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into the Eagle River intentionally. What? What is this? Indeed, what do you mean by such a ridiculous remark? Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun and handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into a raging river like that, it would have been suicide. Perhaps, but still, it's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current. But even more so. The witness has a much more compelling reason for the jumping into the river. Oh, now what was it? What was so important that you want to jump into the river? The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of Eagle River. The goddamn diamond that was in her backpack. 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up in the mountain with her, the $2 million diamond. No, it can't be. Yes, Dahlia had it all planned out from the beginning. The $2 million. She was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. Well, there she goes again. It's like 10 times that we've seen this. At the last minute she betrayed him and threw herself into the river. With the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. Why, that's simply ridiculous. Order, order, order. Your Honor, 5 years ago the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 40-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan? Yes. Kids are cruel, Jack. This woman is a demon. And there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well? But she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping? Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder. What do you mean by that? On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called his sister, Dahlia. And then she told her what she was planning to do. Planning to do? She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote in a note. That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched a demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan that would ensure that neither of your accomplices of the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne. Love that face from Edgeworth. Such a good expression. Hee. Who's that? Laughing at a time like this? I can just hear her click her tongue. Forgive me, it's just hilarious. Witness? Is that you? You amuse me, woman, Miss Mia Fey. You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally. You do have the evidence to back it up, don't you? Evidence? Evidence that I planned a kidnapping, of course. That at 14 I plotted it with Mr. Falls and my sister. Well, aye. And one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If we can't prove evidence to show, at least show that. Well, Miss Fey. I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Fey. Are you stupid or something? Kind of proof of fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago. I don't even have the size of proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Well, it seems that we've come to the end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I'm forced to reject the assertions made by the defense. Of course you are. Is this it? Is this really over? The girl's made a fool of me and there's nothing I can do about it. Huh. Without evidence, the trial is over. Who decided that? Mr. Armando. Come on now, kid. Haven't you figured out that you can't make your own rules? For example, if there's no evidence, there's still testimony. Testimony? On the day of question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She had her body in the trunk of Mr. Falk's stolen car and then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right? Yes, that's right. In that case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Since there is no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who is the one person who can testify to the demon woman's crimes? Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness. A new witness? Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls. The defendant? There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia has done and Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it is in fact her younger sister, Dahlia, disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all. And that person is Terry Falls. Well, Mr. Edgewood, what's your take on this? My take on this is that I need to take a drink. Oh, my throat is actually starting to hurt. Usually it's not this bad, but... Why not? The prosecution has no objection. Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand. Hopefully this doesn't take long. It's my last chance, Mr. Falls. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I've left. Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes? Don't believe it, no way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me. Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to me 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive. And you were used for $2 million. That's not true. Mr. Falls, there's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Disky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne or was it Dahlia Hawthorne? Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago she promised. She promised. Never ever betray each other. Terry. Dahlia. It's true. It's true, you're alive. You don't trust me anymore. That makes me sad. Tell the truth, the real truth. I believe in you. I shouldn't need to say it, you already know. But there's one thing that I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry. No, Dahlia. Well, allow Mr. Falls to testify once and only once. Well then, Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness? Eek! I'm sorry! I apologize! Water, please. Water. Huh? I can't talk. Need water. Huh. No, well, I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitterer than hell itself. Water. That day, 4 PM, I stopped the car. It was in front of the bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on bridge. I watched my car from bridge. I never put no body in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood there in front of me. Water, yeah. We talked, then she left. That was Valerie. Not my Dahlia. Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. Do you think she would do the same for you? That's enough, Miss Fay. This last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of this trial. Well, Miss Fay, please proceed with your cross-examination. Is this how you wanted to end, Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence? There's only one person who can stop it. You can. I think. Oh wait, there is an attorney in my soup. I would think Gumshoe would be in your soup, considering he doesn't have any money for it. Actually, I want to check some stuff here. Between 4 and 5. Half an hour early, huh? I kinda want to just fast forward to the conclusion here, but I should press everything. According to the note, the meeting was supposed to take place at 4:30. You certainly arrived early, didn't you? It was raining, already dark too. You waited on the bridge for 30 minutes. Mr. Falls? Eagle Moan, that spot. Strong, strong memories. Why did you just climb up? Could it be he's hiding something here? You were quite early, so you waited on the bridge, correct? Yeah, I like waiting, I'm used to it. Sure he is. See, my boy waited 5 years to ask a single question. To find out why a woman betrayed him. To him, 30 minutes must have been like a blink of the eye. You are watching the car? That bridge, all the side is broken, nobody can come from there. So, I was watching car. What else were you expecting him to do? But the picture shows him facing the other way though. Suppose that's the obvious thing to do, but something's bothering me. I'm getting that feeling. A contradiction? One of us on the other side of the broken bridge anyway. No one lives there. There's a small shrine up on the mountain, but that's it. Anyway, nobody came, no car, nothing. Mr. Falls, think carefully now. Are you certain that it was Valerie Arthorn? I never lie. It's the truth. It was Valerie. I remember her face. Wait a minute. If you had remembered her face, then why did you make her wear a scarf as an identification? Sorry. Told a little lie. But the woman I met, she was different from the woman standing there now. She was different. It was Valerie. What did you talk to her about anyway? Mr. Falls. Valerie told the truth about the kidnapping 5 years ago. She said someone needed to take the blame for it. It was all a good thing to do. She said that. That's why she lied. Got me the death penalty. Are you satisfied with it, awesome witness? Dahlia died. It was my fault. But I don't really remember. Maybe I did. Maybe I did push her in. It don't matter no more. Either way, my Dahlia, my sweet teen angel, that. But you just saw that she's in debt. After Valerie talked to me on bridge, nothing left to live for. How can you be so sure? It was raining all the time, and the sunset today was 5 o'clock. It would have already been pretty dark on that mountain at 4:30. Please, Mr. Falls, this is your last chance. I mean, it was not dark enough to not get a picture, it seems, so... You've already taken the fall for once something you didn't do. That woman. It wasn't Dahlia. Stop right there. No more needs to be said. Even if it means a death penalty, even if it means taking the blame for murder. You still do whatever is necessary to protect her, won't you, Mr. Falls? I know it's obvious, but he's clearly lying. He's been cursed by Dahlia Arthorn. He'll probably go to his grave still believing in him. Mr. Falls. You get it? He takes a fall. That's why he's named like that. Even if we can, oh god. Get it? Dairy Falls. Dairy Falls. God damn it. Oh. That took me way too long to realize. I hate it. Even if we can show he's lying, the poor guy will still be cursed. Still have to point out the contradiction anyway. It's the curse of being a defense liar, I guess. So I'm willing to say that this doesn't check out like how he's standing there because of the picture, but... Yeah. So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge? You sure of that? Yeah, I'm sure. You sure, huh? Well, then I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure that you're lying. Huh? Wah. Wah, wah, wah. Sending to Waluigi now, don't worry. Oh? No, I'd love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Faye. You want to know who arrived on the bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right? But there's a victim at the end of the bridge. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Blah, bleh, bleh, bleh. Mr. Falls, please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth. I got to around 4 o'clock, it's true. I had somewhere to go. A special place. Did you go to this special place before you went to the bridge? Yeah, it's an old temple about 50 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent her love. A memento? 5 years ago, I hid it under the base of the tree there. Oh my fucking god. Oh, you can't see it yet, but I'm face bombing here. Oh, this fucking necklace from the opening case. Oh, this is a special memory for me. This is what I want to get. This little ball and necklace is your memento. It's quite charming, but it looks empty. Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock. But then he left it in the car and attended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. Yeah. With that much time, Dahlia Offman could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car. No! Indeed, certainly wasn't enough time for it. Still got a chance. Mr. Falls, there's no mistaking it. Nope. Huh? Mr. Falls? Oh, he took the fucking poison, didn't he? It's enough. Please. Witness? I promised her 5 years ago. If it ever happens, if we can't trust each other no more, then we're supposed to drink a bottle. Ugh. No, stop the trial. Your Honor, we need to recess. I was stupid. Couldn't keep promise. So, I did it. I drank this. No, we're so close. Just a little more. I was going to prove your innocence. No, don't want that. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again. Kill Sweet Dahlia again. Mr. Falls. Mr. Armando. Thanks for the coffee. Oof. That's why I wanted water. Mr. Falls. Did no one see him put it in his drink? What the fuck? Well, that sure is an ending to this. So my first trial ended, suddenly and tragically. And then with no winners, only losers. And then she used the same fucking necklace for the next case trying to frame Nick. Ended up with a wound that's got so deep into my soul I never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. Me to the player in case 1, first time I put in court was a year ago, but it will traumatized me so badly until I never stood in... Yeah, I guess that checks out now, doesn't it? But one person. The true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne. She left the courtroom with a secret smile on a demonically sweet face. Well, you got it later, I guess, but... Unforgivable at which. Mr. Armando. We were so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft, kitten. It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself. Don't cry, kitten. You're going to make my coffee all salty. I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut out for this. Yeah. Don't you get it? You can't cry yet. The only time I can cry is when it's all over. Mr. Armando. No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time, when you file them away and eventually forget them. But why is he in the hospital? I still don't know that. 1 year later in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in that case. Yeah. I mean, she got framed for murder there, so she got her just desserts, I guess. Only after that they die off and get put on trial for her crimes. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was guilty. Guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she has a perfect angelic smile on her face. I guess the introduction case also kind of acted as revenge for Mia then, I guess. So that Dolly wouldn't get away with it there. It's finally all over, at least that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all this. Yeah, I still don't know why he's in the hospital though. He's just kinda there. Save progress. Alright, we do the introduction as usual and leave it at that. Familiar looking statue. Oh goddamn, do I need to pronounce the stupid word again? Shichi Shiso. Treasured Korean village home whose name means 7-branched sword. It's a little chip, don't you say? It's said that the sacred sword represents life itself. Though the branches may appear to be infinite, the choice is limitless. Like our destinies, the sword comes to but one end, a merciless point. And when the silver cord, the fragile thread that binds us through this world, is severed, the illusion is revealed and the impossibility of fate is finally laid bare. It's kind of Japanese how you can read a simple word. Too much C's and CH's in that word. February 6th. It's not much longer after the previous case then, is it? But alright, that's for next week. That's for next week. But alright, thank you for watching that. It was a good case with the with how it ended, man. But alright. Thank you all for watching, and we'll continue and, well, simultaneously finish this off next week, because this is like the last case left. So I'll see you all then, I guess. Take care.